Let's talk about closings that are not going through. So statistics are showing right now in the real estate space that 3 out of every 10 closings are failing right before the end. And why is this? Well, a couple of reasons that this could be happening is really horrible negotiations during the inspection period, where the parties are just not able to come to agreements. And so a lot of times what can happen is that maybe there's just too much that the buyers just can't handle it. The other reason why this could possibly have happened is there was things that may have been disclosed later in the transaction, and then, it's just too much for the buyers to want to even go back and negotiate. It's just too much risk. They're getting advice from parents or people outside of the transaction. And as a matter of fact, we hear this quite often, is that we're getting advice from people that are not part of the transaction, that have not been intimately involved. The other reason why things fall apart last minute, there was something that happened that they did of the top 10 list of things that you should not do while you're under contract. Or verification of employment. That's one other thing that they do. Yeah, too much of that. And what happens is when they check on your employment and you change jobs or quit or whatever, a lot of times, the information was not conveyed. The communication wasn't good. And so that is also an issue. Now, the other thing is just getting cold feet. Maybe you went back on Zillow and you went back through and you started looking at houses again right before closing, and something magical just pops up and you're like, I actually want this house instead. This is, the diamond in the window phenomenon, where if you continue to go window shopping after you've already purchased, then of course there's going to be something better on the market, because that's just the way that it works. So if you're a real estate agent watching this and your clients are making lots of offers and then changing their minds quite often, or they're not putting enough earnest money down, you probably want to shut off their alerts, tell them to get off Zillow, tell them to stop looking at houses because you've already got your name on one. So just let's get focused, okay? Now, there are multiple other reasons of why deals can continue to fall apart. And we're not going to go into all of those today, because this could be like a 400-hour, video. But one thing I will say is, as real estate agents, you need to be very clear with your clients that you could actually get your commission even if they don't close from your buyers. And this is important to know, that it's not just, hey, I want to, not buy this house. You could lose your earnest money, because changing your mind is not a condition of the contract. So there is an opportunity there to tell your client, hey, it might be in your best interest to go ahead and close. And then if you don't want the house, just put it right back on the market. I mean, that's always an option, because a lot of times it's not worth paying for the appraisal, paying for the inspections, paying for gas and to and fro to go back to the house multiple times. It might not be worth having to pay your buyer's commission, because you've performed as a real estate agent. We've performed our fiduciary duties. We found you the home, we negotiated, and we got you to the closing table. Our fiduciary is done. We've served our buyer's agency agreement, and changing your mind is also not part of the terms that we agreed to. And therefore a commission could be owed at that time. And depending on the price of the house, and depending on the commissions, this is multiple thousands of dollars that could be owed as a result of not closing. And then of course, if there's, any kind of attorney's fees that get involved in that, if the agent really has decided that they want to get their commission out of this deal, you might be also liable for those attorney's fees as well. And so I would say in most cases, it's probably just worth closing and then just throwing it right back on the market. I hope that helps. I'm JP Fluellen, Titan Real Estate Team at Real, and look forward to hearing from you, and we can help you avoid these pitfalls of closing right before, or not closing, your deal dying right before closing. Hey, go ahead and edit that in, team, go ahead and edit that. My crew in the back is doing the editing right now, so they're going to go ahead and make those changes. And once again, thanks again for watching. Catch you in the next video. Peace. Oh, are we still recording?